This here is a little Weight Watchers, you might call it a mini waffle maker. Little hot surface here made to make waffles, but we have come up with a better idea, is to make eggs in it and make egg sandwiches, which gives you a standard size egg sandwich that you can pack up, take anywhere you want. So we'll be making some of them in our little Weight Watchers waffle maker, and you'll see what a good little tool this is versus a big waffle makers or big grills or whatever, or Weight Watchers waffle maker. The only equipment you need to making these little waffled eggs is eggs, of course. Got my 4 eggs here. And once again, our little Weight Watchers waffle maker is it comes in handy to be able to make those waffles. Container to mix your eggs up in, little place to hold the spoon or whatever device you're going to use to stir the eggs up and put them in and out, and a container to handle the waffles. So let's make a few waffles and see how they come out. I'm Leroy McFall here in Huntsville, Alabama, and it's I believe it's 8 January, Saturday, 8 January 2022, and we're going to make those waffled eggs. We showed you the equipment here, and what I'm going to do first, of course, is I'm going to take these eggs, crack them open in this container, and I'm going to beat them up. Now, I'm not going to add anything to the eggs whatsoever. Do not need any other materials. Now, I've tried that when I first got this and started making waffles. I tried mixing a little milk with them, maybe even putting a little flour in to make kind of like a thickness of it to make the little waffles better. Now, I found out just mix the eggs and put them in there, and you'll get beautiful waffles. If you mix anything with them, they won't be so beautiful. They'll be kind of unattractive, and they don't taste any better. You can put your black pepper on them or salt or whatever you want once you get them made and bring them in, and then you're going to put them in your oven here. We're going to talk about this, a little oven here too, a little toaster. So let's get some of these eggs cracked open. I'll go ahead and crack these open and be in here and stir them up and get ready to eat. The waffle iron is now hot. It's ready for the waffles to go in. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm putting the last of the 4 eggs in my pan here. Now you got to watch these egg shells and the eggs you get now at the store. The shells have less calcium in them, and they crack open, you get egg shells in your mixture. So I found the best way is hit them hard, crack them open, try to prevent the egg shells from getting in there. And now that the eggs are in there, I need a fork. And the reason I use a fork, by the way, that's part of the tools you'll need, unless you find that you want to use something different. A rag might be handy too to keep your hands clean. And that's what your egg mix looks like. And I'm sure you've all seen plenty of eggs before. Just mix them up real good and hard. Because if you don't get it mixed up good, when you pour it in the waffle maker, a big gob will come out. The eggs like to stick together before they're beat. And you're going to use this, of course, to pick them up out of the oven. Now, waffle maker, and I'm going to pour just enough to cover. And now that was an example of a big wad of them coming out one time. Sometimes it's hard to do it. If you get it too big, what will happen is the top of the waffle maker will blow up. Sometimes if it's too full, it'll drip out, make a mess. You don't want that. You want them waffles to come out looking pretty. We'll see what this one looks like. Now, as you can see, this was overfilled to the point that the waffle maker has risen from its bottom layer there a little far too much. That was because that I didn't beat it up enough. And sometimes it's hard to separate the yellow in there from becoming so thick that it pulls out more egg. So you just got to be careful. Now it's done, it clicks. It's done, and now we're going to show you what the waffle looks like. And this is the waffle. The waffle thickness is nice because there was a month, but that laying on a sandwich, piece of bread, which we'll see later, really makes for a wonderful sandwich. So we put that in our container and be ready to take out whenever we want to make a sandwich. Okay, the last waffle, used all my mixture here, and I had 4 medium-sized eggs. The last waffle ready to take out, and the 4 eggs made 8 waffles. So the waffles are, of course, are very, very nice to put on pieces of bread. Next thing we'll be discussing, waffle maker's done, unplug it. Make sure you don't put the cord next to it because it can get to be mighty hot. But it is a tool that uses not as much electricity as many of your tools, such as the toaster, which we'll see. So we've made 8 little waffles for breakfast and dinner that we use them on. And they're very low in Weight Watcher points. Now it depends on the bread you use. The eggs themselves has no points, but depends on the bread you use or anything else you might put on it to add to the flavor that you like. Now we talked about the bread we use. We use a keto bread. We buy it. It's rather expensive, but 0 carbs. And carbs, of course, is bad for weight. Or if you have high blood sugar, it's also good that you get as few carbs as possible, cut down your carbs. And of course, what we're going to do is 1 piece of bread with an egg waffle on it makes for a great breakfast with 150 cups of coffee. If that's your big desire, it is for mine. I like coffee, and my wife likes coffee, and so we're coffee. Now 1 slice of keto bread is a pretty good slice, and it fits just right with the sandwich. Now what we do is we're mustard freaks, so we love mustard better than the old-time ketchup. There used to be a ketchup freak, and now I don't use any ketchup. Mustard, and the reason we use mustard is it is so healthy for you, and of course it doesn't add to any kind of high sugar or weight or whatever. Helps you. And we smear a little mustard on. Might be more than what you'd want, or you may want to put ketchup or some other sauce. 1 waffle on there, and then of course we like black pepper. And when I say we, my wife and I, we love the black pepper on there. And sometimes in the evening, my wife likes 2 of these little waffles on there. I'm pretty satisfied with 1. And how I do that, I'll put the black pepper on, then I'll put more mustard on there. The waffle will stick to that. Then I'm going to put it in this here oven. So now that it's ready, and the bread we keep frozen, and the waffles would be cold because we just have to take them out of the refrigerator 1 at a time, or however many we want to use. Put them in the old toaster. Set it on. I like my toast good and hard, well done. So we'll take a look at how that comes out as soon as it gets toasted. Okay, now the toaster has toasted this to a nice brown consistency, and I like mine a little darker toasted. And thank you for watching, and I hope you stay healthy and have a good New Year 2022. Now remember, this is 8 January, we're just getting started in the year. Maybe things will be better for us all in 2022. God bless you, and have a good year.